Welcome everyone to my newest short mini-series video. This time around, I am focused on something that is very important, and this is mental health. Something that often has a stigma associated with it, but is something that needs to be discussed and is so important for each one of us. So, what I want to focus on today is prioritizing mental health, especially for college students, because this can be a very difficult time, lots of transitions, lots of changes. And so, focusing on our own health is something that can easily get overlooked. So, a couple of the reasons why it's so important is because our mental health impacts so many different areas of our life, right? It's going to be an impact or it's going to be impactful on our overall academic performance, right? If we're not feeling well, if we're not happy, if we're not in the right state of mind, it's going to make concentrating on our work difficult. It's going to make that something that we probably won't think is very important, right? And then, of course, our overall success, which we're going to talk about here in just a moment. But poor mental health also contributes to that lack of motivation, right? And so, if we are not motivated, if we're not going to push ourselves to get our work done, to focus on our classes, to make the time to get up and attend those classes, to listen to lectures, to take notes. I mean, there's so many things that we have to do. We're going to struggle with getting those grades and keeping them up. But one thing that I do want to focus on as well is making sure that we are thinking about our entire selves, our whole selves when it comes to prioritizing our own self care, right? If we want to stay healthy, if we want to stay up to this level that hopefully most of us are focused on, we need to focus on things like our social needs, spiritual, emotional, physical, and then, of course, our mental health is so, so very important. There are some really negative effects on college students when it comes to health, um, things that you might not even realize. So that up to 80% of students report feeling stressed on a daily basis. 75% of US adults with anxiety have their first anxiety episode by age 22, right? Which is in that college range. And of course beyond, depending. And 40% of students fail to seek help for a mental health condition. So that can be really challenging as well. So we'll talk a little bit more about that too. So, why should this be something that you prioritize? Right? Think about that. When it comes to making sure you put the time and energy into your own mental health, it is going to make sure, or at least allow you to be a little bit more strong and prepared and ready to combat those day to day challenges. And whether that's putting aside time to relax, to rest, to focus on yourself, to talk to somebody, to journal, to write down these feelings, there's so many things that you can do, and we'll talk about some more of these strategies in just a moment. But I want you to realize why you should be prioritizing this, right? Mental health challenges are not just going to happen in the college experience, right? But they can be even more intense during this time. Oftentimes, you are taking some rigorous classes. You're trying to balance that with all the other responsibilities in your life, with family life and personal life, with your job, with all of these things, and you're trying to be a successful student at the same time, and that can be really challenging. Okay? And we often see this toll that it takes on other people, but sometimes we don't see what it does to us. We don't see that firsthand piece. And you may have never had this struggle. Maybe it's not something that you think you have, or that you will struggle with. You think, "Oh, I've got this covered." But you never know when it comes to a new situation, all kinds of new things that are happening. You need to make sure that you're very aware that this could be something that you struggle with as well. So let's talk about a few strategies here that can help you. Okay. So take care of your health, take care of your mental well being. Think about this when you are maybe making a list of what you need to focus on for the week, prioritize that. Maybe, you're someone like me who likes to take a little time on a Sunday, because I think of that as the day to prepare for the week. And I like to sit down and I like to map out the things that I'm going to do for the week, the things that need to get done, the priorities, and making sure you put some time in there for yourself to relax, to, connect, to do whatever it is. Maybe being outdoors and nature is something that's going to help you with your mental health. Taking a break from the studying and the stresses from school, things as simple as that. Could even be a 15-minute walk, just going outside. So just think about the things that you need to do to optimize your own well being. If by chance you do have some concerns, some things that are going on, you're feeling super overwhelmed, you have lots of stress, you're feeling anxiety, whatever it might be, write those things down. Keep track of it. Journaling is such a great thing to do, and it doesn't have to be a journal that you write every day about, all the things that you did and all of that. But if something is really hitting you, just have a little notepad and just write, today, this is how I was feeling. Maybe give it a number, from 1 to 10, this is where I was struggling. Just so you can kind of see those things and maybe even a little bit about what's going on right then. I'm really struggling because of this test or because of this experience or this relationship or whatever it might be. And then you can kind of see what things are really affecting you the most. Surround yourself with good people. I can't say this enough. If you're going to spend time with individuals, you're going to connect with them, make sure that these are the people that are going to lift you up, they're going to help you, they're going to encourage you, and they're going to support you if maybe you are struggling a little bit. Something that I've started doing recently is practicing some more mindfulness, and this could be something like some meditation in the morning, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, maybe sitting quietly, kind of making it a little bit more intentional, thinking about what it is you want to accomplish for the day, for the week, for the month, whatever it might be, and then taking those feelings with you. Taking the time to de-stress, right? One thing that it can also do is help improve your memory. We're all looking to do better in school and be a successful student, and if we're more focused and able to remember things, that can be really beneficial as well. And then finally, kind of coming back to this, where we set up there that on the previous slide that 40% of students fail to seek help when they're struggling. That's something that I really want to encourage you to do, especially when you get into college. There's so many resources that are available on most campuses that can help you and that you can utilize when it comes to getting just some more one-on-one help. So I have a couple more things here that can be really helpful, focusing on things like exercise, eating your very best, which is something that can be a struggle when it comes to college. Same with drinking less, eating better, drinking less. It's great to find that balance to keep you healthy. Going out of your way and doing things for other people can benefit you, can kind of put you outside of yourself and your own struggles, your own issues. And then finally, when it comes to that journaling that we kind of talked about, maybe also connect that to some of your goals. Take some time to write down goals, not just the days you're struggling, but write down and focus on the things that are great, the things that you want to accomplish, and how you can get there. Okay? And I just want to kind of end this with this little mantra here that says the greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. So we do have the power to make those changes. We have the ability to do great things, and sometimes we feel that overwhelming feeling or that anxiety or stress. But there are so many things that we can do and ways that we can make sure that we are prioritizing our own mental health, and it will make such a huge difference in the end. So, one of those things that should always be on that to do list, guys, is making sure that your mental health is as up to par as it possibly can be. And if not, taking those steps and making those changes to get to where you need to go. If you have questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much.